Good evening. Happy Monday, everyone. I'm saying it at the top of this stream. We are talking about Path of Exile 2 for the bulk of the stream, and my daughter is once again very sick. So if I have to bounce, and this is a short stream, I'm sorry. I did have a podcast planned for tonight. I didn't even know if I was going to be able to stream. I did just get her down, but she is coughing quite a bit. So if I ended early, sorry guys. Anyway, with that done at the top, hope you guys are all having a phenomenal night. The hype is real, guys. The Path of Exile 2 hype is getting out of control. We have not had a live stream since the announcement of the Druid officially coming to Path of Exile 2 0.4. I'm glad that Grinding Gear Games decided to confirm it with the initial teaser. They didn't drip feed us. They didn't wait until we were sitting there on December 4th waiting in the live stream chat for the big new class Druid coming to Path of Exile 2. They decided to say, hey, we're putting it in. Here it is. The last of the Druids. If there is no Druid, I made this joke in my video, Grinding Gear Games have the biggest opportunity to just, do something funny, right? No Druid. It's just an NPC, guys. There's no actual Druid class. So, very exciting stuff. We're going to talk about all that today, what might happen, what will happen. I have a shout out to give, and this isn't because I currently have a nice thread about my video on there. I swear I was going to do this before on the stream. At this part of the cycle, the Path of Exile 2 subreddit is actually a pretty chill place. It's only frequented by the people who really enjoy the game. There are a lot of people who dislike the game greatly on there. So it's really critical and constructive discussion. There's an awesome idea for the end game on there that I want to talk to you guys about. It's super cool. So we're going to highlight that. We might even play some Path of Exile 2 hardcore a little bit later, but first we're just going to yap. Ryson89, thank you so much for the sub, dude. I appreciate it. So, I appreciate it, bro. Okay. Yeah, well, she's asleep right now. So it's just if she wakes up. If I bounce, guys, I'm sorry. All right, and I always say it, folks on YouTube, I love you guys on Twitch. I really do. But the people on YouTube, you get something special. You get the VODs of these videos. So if you'd like me to keep the VODs up and hurting my main videos, make sure right now that you like this video, you subscribe to the channel, and you just watch all the way through, guys. Leave a comment as well. That really, really, really helps up with the VOD, especially if there's no podcast, because this is just going to turn into a live stream VOD. There's not going to be a podcast. Sorry, Major Aimless. I'm sorry, bro. All right, let's head to the chat for a little bit. Talismans are for shapeshifting. They supposedly are, but remember, guys, talismans have only been data mined. Talismans have not been officially announced by Grinding Gear Games. They might be thrown out. That's my theory. I think shapeshifting looks nothing like it did in 2019, 2023, or even in the data mined files. I think it's going to be radically different, and I'm all for it. So, okay. Okay, let's see. The new elemental fizz spells are probably going to be staff. Yeah, I agree. If talismans are a weapon, they're specifically for shapeshifting. Spells, I think, will be contained to use. You can use spells from any weapon, but modifiers affecting spells, item modifiers, will be on staves and wands. Hey, Lime Dem. Hey, Edgar Allen. Hey, Not for Animals. I was a little late. Sorry, my man. My daughter, I hear her coughing right now. I don't know if she's going to wake up or not. Hey, Fizz Slick. Hey, Jazzaris. What's going on, man? People really like the compilation video. Did anybody in the chat, did you guys watch the collab video? The crazy collab, as I coined it. I didn't change the title a single time. People seem to really enjoy it. I tried a different approach this time. I did less yapping. I did some jokes in there, but me interjecting was mostly to say, okay, here's the next person. Here's the next person. Here's the next person, as opposed to having a 3-minute diatribe on the person's feedback like I did for the first video. Hey, SW Shinigami. I'm doing well, dude. My daughter's sick. Hopefully I don't get sick. Hopefully the rest of my family doesn't get sick. I appreciate that, Tilak. Ryson89, it's the first time you caught a live, and it's this one? What's the occasion, bro? It's not like I'm interviewing Jonathan Rogers or anything. I read both chats. Zoviak, I have it open on both screens. I have them combined. Hey, Blazeworks, what's happening, bro? What do you mean you're first? Somebody subbed, Blaze. Bro, you're not first. Hey, Neverborn Lucky. Hey, Laxor. What's happening, dudes? Hey, Weesher. Hey, Rayclass TV. That is a genius channel name. Do you have a YouTube channel, Rayclass TV? That's pretty good. Hey, Suno, what's happening, man? You got any leaks for us? How's my day, mate? You know what? I mean, it's my day, you know, I can't complain. I can't complain, man. We're having a good time. I'm not that tired tonight. I haven't been that tired in quite a bit, actually. I think it's because I've been chilling so much. Yeah, there is one thing that I could briefly talk about. I'll show it in a little bit. I got 36 challenges in the Path of Exile 1 League. So, and I did it in about 35 hours. I've been chilling. I could pump out speculation videos for you guys. I could be doing lore videos, which I am going to do for Path of Exile 2. But we had a little bit of a dead season, so I said, you know what? I'm going to turn my brain off, and I'm just going to play some Path of Exile 1. And it was fun. It was nostalgic. I got 36 challenges really fast, so... People didn't agree with my method of getting it. They're like, why didn't you do this challenge? Why did you do this challenge? And I'm like, well, you know, I just lucked out on some drops, so I don't have to do this other challenge that requires me to grind. I barely had to grind anything. The last thing I had to do was Juice Jamboree, which is juicing up T17 maps, and I was this close to buying it, guys. But I freaking did it. I did Abomination T17 juice to the... I can't say that on my streams. Juice to the chest. You know what I was going to say, guys. You know. I like that your children can listen to most of my streams. And then I ended with Citadel, 175% item quant, 6 or 5 scarabs. Guys, I failed 4 of my Citadel maps before I could kill the... Wow, why can't I remember? It's not Ulroth. Who the heck is it? Uhtred? Uhtred, I think, is the boss. Oh, gosh. Very... You thought it was funny? Yeah, I tried to do some jesting, you know? Yeah, Blaze had the most creative part of the video. Like, Blaze, you killed it, bro. I don't watch the clips in full until I am making the video. So I just watched a few seconds of everybody's clip, making sure that you guys, you know, it actually worked. And then I don't watch it until I edit together the video. So Blaze, your clip, and Lighty's clip surprised me the most. Lighty just did a meme clip. I didn't even know he was going to do a meme clip. The format worked. I should try it more often. I'm going to do it at least for every patch. I did it for the first time back in 03 or 02 or 03. There. I have due night today was muted for 1 hour for Ask Jonathan to fix the loot. You know, people mute quick. Leak 040 is the next update. Let's go, Suna. You want to stay on your contract. I get it, bro. I get it. Okay. I appreciate it. That is a little bit of information. At least he confirmed that it's not 1.0 being the next update. Hello, YouTube. Yeah, I'm not making a video. Well, yeah, I guess you can say hello, YouTube. Yeah. I see try. I clicked. Oh, thank you, Aiden. Did somebody say Druid? Yes. Yes, we barely talked about Druid. What's the weirdest Druid form people can come up with? I'm thinking tuna fish could shake things up. Weirdest Druid form that's also feasible? A porcupine. A porcupine. The Spikies, the Goliaths. I think that would be feasible. But weird. All about thorns. You know, a certain someone would love it. By the way, okay. He's never going to see this. Oh, I have him on my podcast on December 8th, so I'll talk to him about it then. I don't want to bring it all up again, and I don't want people to fight in the chat, okay? Gazzy, my friend Gazzy, love Gazzy. He's so nice to my wife, by the way, guys. He just floods her with compliments. He doesn't call her fat for being pregnant or anything. He didn't do that. Gazzy would never do that in person. Gazzy's not that type of guy, okay? Okay, Gazzy reacted to the collab video, and he got a little mad that I platformed Kaltarak, okay? For those of you who don't remember, the whole tourist drama. I feel like he actually got a little legit angry about it. And all I have to say is I forgive people for making mistakes. Did not agree with most of what Cal said, but who cares? Bro, he's just a guy. He just said some stuff. You know, all of Gazzy's Gazzy, my man. Don't watch. What's with the super chats? Holy crap, Aiden XCCX2949. Thanks for the $10. Go try. I mean, I can't analyze that comment, bro. I appreciate it. Thank you. And X Rival X, thanks for the $20. We need 0.4 now. Now I can confirm we will not be getting 0.4 now. We will not be getting it next week. We will be getting it the week after. So I am sorry. I cannot expedite the release or anything. Thank you guys for the $30. Holy crap. You guys rock. Appreciate it. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Gotta forgive people. You know, people say you live on the internet. You're tired, you're angry, you're triggered, you say all sorts of stupid stuff on the internet. I'm not gonna literally exile him. Dude's my friend. I chat with him in private all the time. It's not just the public persona, you know. I feel like I know the guy. I don't think he had as ill intentions as many people have attributed to him. Now, I think most content creators who reacted to that whole drama were just doing it for clicks, for fun. And many commenters like really got involved in it, like lots of viewers really got involved in it. But then Gazzy got a little mad, so then I platformed him in my video. But I'm gonna ask him about it. Gazzy's on the pod on December 8th, by the way, guys. We have some guests lined up. I cannot show my calendar, though. I'll let you all speculate as to why I cannot show my calendar. We have guests lined up. Obviously, we have the reveal stream for Path of Exile 2 next Thursday. I will be live streaming that. I took half a day for that, guys. We're going to have a party that day. Druid party. Say in the chat, should I wear a bear costume? So, like, should I do? I don't have a bear costume. Okay, I don't have one. I have to buy one. I don't have all this furry stuff. I hate furry crap, guys. People make these furry jokes in the comments, guys. No, that's not me. I don't want to judge people who are I am privately judging you. I won't publicly judge you. Okay, but I think. Just no to the furries. I'm sorry. I just can't. But people make these jokes all the time. And I make jokes too, but actual... I can't. Might lose some subscribers based on that. Make sure to sub to make up for the lost subscribers. Okay, so we have the reveal stream on Thursday the 4th. We have Thursday. Oh, God. All right. Yeah, Gazzy's React is on his channel, Blaze. Yep. It's the... Path of Exile 2 needs this now or something. Yeah, he farmed he did the react less than a day after I released the video. Fucking Gazzy, come on. Less than a day, bro. Let it propagate into the algorithm. Oh. Okay. I didn't swear. I said a minor swear. Frick. Didn't they say that in a Disney Channel show? No, that was Dang Nabbit. Right, that was Hannah Montana. Okay, let's not out myself anymore. Okay, so the 4th reveal stream, okay? And then so far we have a set of bangers, okay? One, I know I'm going to be on Blaze's podcast at some point. Whoa, somebody subbed. Squirrel Squad 2025, thanks for the 7 months in a row. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I'm not a furry in denial. It's not happening, guys. It's just not, it's not for me. It's not for me. I would never have my wife dress up in some, I don't know. Wow, the first one that came up to mind was a squirrel costume. I don't know. Oh, no. Oh, okay. All right, let's move on. All right. December 4th reveal. I've said this 4 times. December 4th reveal 5 times. On Sunday the 7th, we're having Never Sync on the podcast post-reveal, everybody. Never Sync, the creator of Filter Blade, for those of you who don't know. We last spoke publicly 1 year ago. He was an excellent guest, so German, did not laugh at any of my jokes, but we talk quite frequently in private. He is so thoughtful, and if I was ever seeking any content creator's approval, which I'm not, it would be his. And I seem to have it, so it makes me happy. Okay, somebody left a really long comment. I'm going to read this out. I don't know if it's good or bad. Hi, Mr. Try. Hi, Mr. Shishu. I'm a longtime viewer and fan and longtime Pee-wee player. This could go either way. But I am just a little voice, and I was hoping that if at some point in the future when you talk to the devs, if you could ask them about their thoughts on changing the monster clear speed meta and balance toward more interesting combat. Thank you, love your content. If I were to talk to the devs on an undisclosed date, I may have a question about exactly that. Yes, Mr. Shishu. Yes. I would like to get their opinion, their updated opinions on it after 0.3. Unless Ziggy D asks them on December 4th. Okay. All right. I'm allowed one F-bomb before the stream turns to PG, rated R? But I don't want it to be rated. I want it to be rated PG. We're not, well, we're playing PoE 2 later, so maybe it is R. Okay. All right. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it, Mr. Shishu. All right, yeah, never seen Grog. Okay, so that's the first guest on, season 4 of the Still Sane podcast. Okay, and then on the 8th, we have Gazzy TV on the 8th, you guys. And then on the 9th, not the Still Sane podcast, we are doing the Pod of Exile. So for those of you who do not know, Dreamcore, Surgog, Localhole, and The Fool, which is me, talking about PoE 2 0.4. And then launch day is the 12th. I believe I'm going to have my dad on. My dad and my brother on the 10th or 11th. Do we have any Tri-Dad fans in the audience? Leave a comment if you're watching the VOD, because I seem to have a lot of people who love my dad, who think he's a better Path of Exile 2 player than I. Okay? And maybe this is true. Maybe my dad is the real ARPG player in the family. He does have a level 95 and a level 94 after all this league. He's got a Deadeye and a Monk. Dude is, he's running circles around me, obviously. I did kill the Arbiter faster than him this league, though, so, you know. He does have no kids in the house anymore. I did leave the house. I did buy my own house. So, just saying. I have 2 kids. So, I got to take care of those 2 kids. Just saying, Dad, if you're listening, you know, I know that my comments really like to stroke ego, okay? All right? It's okay, though. All right, I'm fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, lots of try history today. Let's lock in a date. All right, Blaze. Sounds good. Okay. Yep. Big fan of Tridad and Bro Ceratop here. Okay. Here's a story. I got to keep it vague just in case I don't want to out actual real names or anything. My dad went hunting somewhere in the United States on a ranch, okay? The past few weeks, hunting a certain type of deer. And he got to talking to one of the hunters on the ranch. And they got to talking about video games, and this guy's like 30 years old or something. And the guy's like, yeah, I play Path of Exile 2. You know, I started playing it recently. I'm playing like all the seasons. And my dad's like, whoa, hey, I play Path of Exile 2 as well. That's so cool, man. That's so cool. You got any content creators you watch? My dad, look at my dad mining, okay? My dad's mining, right? The guy's like, oh yeah, I watch a lot of Misu. I watch a lot of what did he say? Crap. Shoot. Oh, no. Oh, I watch a lot of Misu. I watch a lot of Farmer. I'm pretty sure you mean X the Farmer X. And then he said, and I love Try's podcasts. My dad was like, well. Can you believe it? That's my son! And the guy's mind was blown. And then they geeked out about Path of Exile 2 while hunting at a ranch in an undisclosed location. So, pretty crazy, right? I'm not confirming or denying. So, but it's pretty cool. Oh yeah, my dad's a huge hunter. Dude, I cook venison all the time. He gives us free meat. Lots of ground venison chili. We make venison sausages. We got venison round steaks, venison backstraps. Dude, it's so good. And before anybody gets angry about us killing the deer, we're not killing the deer, we're harvesting the deer. Very different. There are so many deer where we live that more of them die from getting hit by cars than by hunting. Okay? And if there weren't hunters, you know what would happen? More of them would get hit by cars, and more people would get hurt, and more deer would die from the car. Like, come on. Hunting is very different than poaching or just killing for sport. Okay, I'm very against, and I don't actually know all the intricacies of this, but maybe it's ethical. But every time I hear about somebody hunting like lions or elephants or rhinos, even if it's like, oh, we're culling the herd, I'm like, no, screw that. I'm not for that. I'm not for that. How else can I piss off people today? Okay, we're gonna talk about a few more guests and then I'll piss some more people off, okay? I promise, guys. I'll piss some more of you off. Okay. Oh, we got another long message. This could go either way. Let's see. All right. Demogo says, I don't know how any type of killing can be ethical. Well, Andrew fan, here's the thing. Okay. It's all okay. So oh man, how deep do I go into this? Here's like the really surface level version. Humans, with the level of technology that we have created, have destroyed the circle of life. Have you seen The Lion King, perchance? It demonstrates it really well. Well, imagine humans are now in this scenario, right? So where I live, wolves used to hunt deer and they would keep the population in check. Wolves are basically extinct where I live now. So now the deer population is way out of whack. There's way too many deer. There's not supposed to be this many deer, right? So hunting is a great way to try to check the population. We're limited by how much we can hunt them and everything. And hunters, usually, if you're an ethical hunter, you actually learn how to hunt properly. So I know this is going to sound bad, but it's, one bullet, one kill, I'll say 1 second, right? When you shoot the animal, it should be painless, essentially, for the, I know this is going to sound crazy. I can't believe I'm talking about this. Painless for the animal, okay? You are a good hunter. You can do this, right? So I know it sucks. Right? Okay. And then you don't leave the animal to just rot. You eat the whole animal. You turn it into a month's worth of food and everything, right? I used to hunt. I stopped hunting because I'm not a good enough shot. Yeah, maybe I could have practiced more, but I'm just not a good enough shot. I stopped hunting when I was 13 years old. Oh, see, lots of Trilore today. I'm sorry. Hopefully this entertains you guys. When I was 13 years old, don't cry. Don't cry like a little baby. I won't do it. I swear I won't. When I was 13 years old, I was hunting with my dad and rifle hunting. And I shot a buck, and I did not shoot him in the right area. It's a very specific area for like the kill shot, right? I didn't. And I like broke its back instead. So it still went down and everything, but it was obviously in pain. And lots of suffering, right? And I just couldn't bear that. And I think it's the second time that it happened. So we, had to go and, manually, put it out of its misery, right? But because I'm like such a bad shot, and because I did that so many times, I just decided, I can't do it. I can't bear to see the suffering of the animal. I'm not looking at chat. You guys might be just completely roasting me right now, but I don't care. I just decided I'm not going to hunt anymore. I'm not good enough. I don't like this. I can't do this. I can't see the animals suffer. I love animals so much. And if I can't give them, the proper ending, then I'm just not going to hunt. So that was the last time I ever went hunting. But my dad still hunts. And yes, he is a bad arse, guys. He one shot. He's really good at it for the most part, okay? Not me. Okay, deer is delicious. Okay. Not enough Counter-Strike. Did you take a bite out of the heart? We eat the heart, yes. You eat... the only parts we didn't eat are like the liver. We eat most of it, but it's great. It's not for everybody, though. Like, I totally respect you if you don't want to hunt, if you think hunting is bad. I just try to explain, like, why hunting is a positive, because I really do think it is. If you're hunting animals that aren't overpopulated, and if you're hunting for sport, I do not think that's great. Okay, anyway. Way off topic. First, there was a long thing. Hey, Try, super hyped for the Druid in 0.4, but let's be real. What are you What do you mean, but let's be real? What is with the Druid slander? I am maybe us Druid lovers are the minority, because I have seen so many people like, Druid, is it actually that great? I'm looking forward to swords, or I want axes in the game. I couldn't care about shape shifting, or I am yearning for daggers and traps. Druids can go suck it. Like, I'm seeing lots of this sentiment. Have people now arisen from the depths of the forest after the Druid has been announced? What's going on here? Because I thought the Druid hype was at an all-time high. But I have been seeing more and more of these comments arising. Anyway, come on. Druid's going to be lit, guys. But let's be real. The next big thing everyone's stress testing is going to be the end game. I hope Demogo's not gone from chat at this point. We know, probably true. And we know there's a big shift coming to endgame. I have a really cool idea we're going to look at in a second. We know grinding gear games want something more connected and story-driven than just throwing tablets on maps. Do we know that? Do we? I mean, I'd love that, Demogo. I would love that. I simple brain, right? I would love something tighter than the just aimless of the current Atlas. And people can say it's not aimless. I feel like it's aimless. That's just my opinion, guys. Okay, if you had the power to fully revamp one classic PoE1 League for PoE2 endgame, say Delve, Betrayal, or even something nuts like Synthesis, which one would you choose to be added to the endgame? What would I choose to be? Okay. Demogo, if I could revamp something and add like a mega system to the endgame, it would probably be like Harvest. I love the aesthetic of Harvest. I love like the monsters within it. I love the lore of Harvest. I think that'd be super cool. If I could, oh, man. Okay. Man. Oh, it'd be so different. I'm like picturing some cool endgame system. But okay. We'll look at this idea in a moment, but I'm going to just introduce it lightly here. Imagine if every endgame system was as like big as PoE1's Delve. Okay. We're like, yeah, you can go into the Atlas and you can jump to all these different train sets, or you could go into the Sacred Wood, which is the Harvest version of like the Atlas or the Azurite Mine. And with the resources and the ingenuity of reusing content, you could enter this endgame area where you can get these specific unique items, specific crafting materials and stuff, and just spend all your time in this mechanic. If you really enjoyed, like, I'm a vibes-based gamer. If I enjoy the gameplay, if I enjoy like the aesthetics of the game, I'm gonna play it, right? Okay. So I feel like Harvest would exhibit that pretty well. It would be Harvest for me, Demogo. From your list, Delve, Betrayal, or Synthesis, I don't think Betrayal. Delve is cool, doesn't personally excite me. I know it excites a lot of people. Synthesis would be pretty lit. I wasn't here for Synthesis, but I've watched lots of videos on it. I understand the lore of it. I think that'd be pretty sick. Okay. 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 Here we go. Here we go. Meat is the best. Great. I'm scrolling down. We were way behind on chat. That was a little bit of a tangent. I won't use Druid himself, just his skills. Okay, guys, his voice is so cool, though. The Druid voice. I can't wait to be the Druid. I love his accent. So manly. Okay, okay. Let's see. Anything else? Anything else good? Right, it's just the Apple person in Discord. Don't worry, we love Druid. Wait, that's Apple Man? That's Lloyd? That's not Lloyd. What? What? I didn't know that was Lloyd. Okay. By the way, I'm getting really close to 15,000 followers on Twitch, which is pretty sweet. So I know I always shout out YouTube to like the video and crap, but hey, Twitch, if you want to follow. If any of you are watching me not following, I can't believe that. That's crazy. Do you have opinion about this concept? Player sustain, regen leech being so high that they replenish their life instantly creates a situation. Yes, bro, Mr. Shishu. This was the push-pull of PoE2, okay? What you're looking for is attrition, right? It was supposed to be a war of attrition maps, and then Path of Exile 2, and that is gone now. You are not struggling to maintain your flask effects, right? You are not struggling like you used to in PoE2. I remember I ran out of flash charges like you used to, and you can just either, like you said, you're either dead or you're alive for the most part, okay? There are some scenarios in boss fights and everything where if you tank hits, you're good. But in mapping, in general gameplay past the campaign, you do experience this quite a bit. Okay. PoE2 version of Incursion. You are only saying Harvest because you know behind the scenes what's coming next? What? I know a little bit about what's coming next, and it has nothing to do with content. So, also, why do I love Harvest, guys? What's behind me? Come on, guys. Our lovely Asmirian. Now, the Druid in Path of Exile 2, according to our lore book right here, is an Ezomite, but it almost sounded like he might be Asmiri in the trailer, so maybe she's an Asmiri, by the way. All Resonant lore people. Oshabi is one of like awesome Asmiri shaman. So maybe, maybe we're gonna get her, or there's another very popular Ezomite, Einhar. How cool would that? Okay. Let's see. I've got a Giga Chad voice on. Druid's not mid. Oh, Druid has a Giga Chad voice. Right, he does. What is a mechanic, core or not, that you would be very surprised to see returning in PoE 2? Not one that you dislike, but just don't expect to make a return. Betrayal. Somebody brought up Betrayal before. I would be shocked if Betrayal makes a return. It's too... I don't know. Yeah, I don't think Betrayal would make a return in PoE 2 after playing it a lot in PoE 1. I hope to the heavens that King's March does not make a return. I would be shocked if King's March made a return. Oh my goodness. I didn't interact. Okay, I did interact a little bit with King's March because I had to do it for the challenges. I had to have mappers run maps. Please no King's March in PoE 2. That, guys, talk about FOMO. Okay, I don't care about FOMO. Like I said, I didn't send one ship to collect anything, okay? But seeing that every single person who wants to participate in the economy of PoE 1, every streamer, every serious player needing to interact with King's March and keep those ships going to get currency, no. And I don't know if Grinding Your Game said this, right? I only have listened to the Surgog video. And like I said, I didn't interact with King's March a lot. But it's maybe like loot has gone from the ground to King's March boats, and a little bit of determinism is great. Like, I was a big fan of the tree. Not the tree. Yes, it's the tree. Yeah, but what is it called? Man, that's really bad. I called it the birthing tree, but I know that's not the name of it. Oh, I'm gonna call it the birthing tree. The birthing tree was super cool. But I do understand why people are like, oh, well, it made me... I made, like, best-in-slot items and, it just pooped it out, right? I had that happen. It was pretty sick, guys. I really liked it. Because I don't grind. I don't craft the whole time. Wow. Hey, guys. Hey, Chuckles Doctor. Thank you so much for the sub, dude. We got a hype train. And Ashkara Yusuk. Wow. Ashkara Yuska. Ashkara Yuska. Wow, there we go. Thanks for the prime. 5 months, bro. Chuckles, 11 months with your prime. I appreciate it, man. And we got a hype train. Let's go. Do you think we will only get a new mechanic with 1.0 release? Kind of hanging for something fresh? Yeah, I think we'll get a new mechanic with 1.0 release. But honestly, I also feel the same way, that it would be really cool to have a PoE 2 only mechanic. But what they did with Abyss, it's basically a PoE 2 only mechanic, right? They completely changed the aesthetic. The only thing that's the same is the green. They completely updated the aesthetic. They changed the mechanic entirely. They added a bunch of other systems within it with the bones and the basically unveiling of it, all the new bosses, right? So as long as they don't... I didn't want them to keep doing PoE 1 mechanics if they pulled a Delirium, an Expedition, a Breach, right? A Ritual. Boring. But I don't care if you just basically copy paste it from PoE 1 to PoE 2. Sorry. I don't care. I meant I don't enjoy it if you do that, right? That's not cool. That's not interesting. But if you pull an Abyss, that's cool. That's interesting. That's compelling. I like that. More of that, please. Not more of what they did with the initial league mechanic. That reeked of like, oh crap, we got to ship some league mechanics in. Which one can we pull over? And I know that's probably way oversimplifying it, but you know, that's just what it, from my perspective, that's what it seems like. I really need a haircut, by the way. I was supposed to get one on Saturday. I didn't get one. So, RIP. Genesis tree is what it was called. Birthing tree. Jeez. I would love if Settlers came to Pee-wee 2. I just don't like it, Easy Stutters. I don't like it. Yeah, I agree, Mr. Shishu. Okay. I would love to see something fresh and new. I would too, Hulk family. But I do like what they decided to do with Abyss. Okay. Okay, wow. Big tangent, guys. Big tangent. The other guests we have lined up. Let's take a look at that really quick. Okay. And then, guys, basically starting on, wow, the 7th, daily streams for like 3 weeks. I'm going to go freaking hard. I'm going to go in, okay? I'm going to burn myself to to the candle wax, guys. All right? That's what I'm going to do. Gonna, you know, gotta somehow make some sort of leap, progress. We'll see. We'll see if I can do it. Hopefully I keep you guys entertained. If I'm entertaining, I'm going to keep doing it. If I start to get boring, then I'll stop. Anyway, all right. Launch day on December 12th. All day stream, as long as I possibly can. Playing the Druid, of course. Gonna be super hype. I would do something like a subathon, but I have work. I have real work starting on the 18th. I took a few days off for this. Very fun. My wife is very happy. Trust me, guys. Sacrifice. On the 15th of December, we have Dead Rabbit as a guest on the Still Sane podcast. On the 16th, we have Lex D. Okay, he's a warrior creator. He's relatively new, smaller. I'd love to talk to him, though. That's post-launch. And then on the 17th, a Wednesday, we have Jorgen on the podcast. Exciting. The Delve Master. Will we get Delve? I don't think we're getting Delve, but we're going to talk to Jorgen. I know a lot of you are Jorgen fans. I am a Jorgen fan, too. He put out a cool lore video about the Druid yesterday or this morning. I listened to it while I was working. It was pretty good. And then on the 18th, we have Rax, or Rax and Terax, some of you. He is still my number 3 guest of all time in terms of like raw number of people who saw the video. Crazy. It's Jonathan Rogers, Asmongold, Rax. Top 3. Wild stuff. I think number 4 is Sir Gog. Sir Gog's episode went wild on release. And then we have nothing scheduled after that yet, but I've sent out messages to a few people. DS Lily, she said she can do late December, but she doesn't want to knock in a date yet. We have, who else do we have? We had a few other people confirm. They're escaping my mind. So it's going to be a packed December, guys. Hopefully it's a good patch. You guys excited? The hype when Pee-wee 2 came out was huge. Do you really think the full release can get it back? I am certain they can get it back. Yes, I'm very certain Pee-wee 2 can get it back. GGG are excellent marketers, and they have the game to back it up. I think once we get into 1.0, it's going to show that same sort of growth as Pee-wee 1, but at a bigger scale. Where if you look at the Pee-wee 1 growth graph, ever since I think 2018, it's just up, 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 until Pee-wee 2 came out. And then it's dipped, and it has remained static, I think. No, it dipped, and then I think the peak was lower this league, actually. But that's because of the sporadic updates. If they keep consistency, which is key, especially in game creation and content, in any type of creation, consistency is the big factor. And it's where a lot of people fall through. It's where I struggle as well. Sometimes with everything going on in my real life, I struggle with consistency, even though I know that is one of the most important things. Like tonight, I almost didn't press go live because I was like, oh, you know, my daughter's coughing. Good likelihood she wakes up. She hasn't woken up yet. Do I really want to go live, right? Should I just chill? I'll just watch, you know, the Mighty Nine with my wife. Shout out to Mighty Nine, by the way. First 2 episodes, chef's kiss. Amazing. I'll watch it later, guys. And, you know, instead, I said, no, you know what? Monday, Wednesday, we've been doing the streams consistently. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to take the gamble. Good so far. Why not interview someone who follows you and get their feedback? Great question. So the reason that you don't do that for the most part is kind of twofold. Threefold. Let's go threefold. So I've actually done this not with followers, but with people, regular people. So I did it with my dad. I did it with my brother. I plan on doing it with a few of my friends as well. The reason is because a lot of the times, like viewers, they cannot communicate their ideas effectively live. You know, they get nervous. It's possible that they could sabotage you. Like you could let somebody through that is going to sabotage your stream, say something that's very bad. There's a lot of reasons why this doesn't happen. I try to guys, I hope you know. I really try to platform as many different opinions as I can. It's like I think one of the draws of my channel personally. My ideas, your ideas, tiny content creator, massive content creator, all these different ideas, right? And I try to communicate them effectively. So I've also asked the community for feedback. Like for that feedback video in the Discord, I said, hey guys, send your video if you want to. Send a video of yourself talking about your #1 point of feedback for grinding your games, and I'll include it in the video. You know how many people sent me their videos for it out of the entire community? I had a lot of reactions to that. One person. Omega Cybers. It's already hard enough to like wrangle certain content creators to get on a podcast and talk. Guys, it's actually harder than you might think to do some of this, okay? It is. All right. Yeah, I'd love to have another Surgog pod. It was great. One-on-one. It was great. Yeah, vetting viewers is the problem. Thank you, Doug Izzle. You communicated it very, very succinctly. What's the third transformation for the Druid? The leak was Wyvern. But I can't find that anywhere. I just saw the PoE2DB creator saying it. Critical Role of the Goats. Man, yeah. Any update on Cute? You know what, Cute Bawa? Oh, by the way, Fubgun is not answering on any of his social media, so I don't know what to say. I asked him. He doesn't want to talk to me, doesn't want to talk to me. It's fine. I don't, it's good. I honestly, I don't watch his videos that much anyway. I watch commentary videos. I don't watch guide videos, so. Cute Dog. I've never messaged him. All right. Cute Dog. We follow each other. This is good. All right. It's happening live. Unencrypted message. 1 second. Let me copy paste my message. It's happening right now. I'm not forgetting to do it. I'm doing it on stream because I don't have them on Discord. This is where I do most of the communication. Great. Okay. All right. Let me make sure that I've removed all the dates that are taken. 1 sec. I'm cross-referencing. I have to do a lot of cross-referencing. I'm doing it right now. I'm sending Cute Dog an invite to meme on the podcast. Okay. 16 is taken now. Okay, I got to take off 16. Would you guys like a Christmas Day Cute Dog episode? Okay. Do daytime December 16th. Oh. Okay, December 2020. All right, all right. And all right, sent 8/17. 8/17. I'll leak one DM, guys. Here. DM leaked. There we go. 1 sec. Let me put it right here. DM is leaked. Boom. There we go. There we go. I sent it. All right. True. All of it. All right. Thank you, Cute Bawa. Are you like the burner account for Cute Dog? What is this Cute Bawa account? Where is the chat? I'm missing the chat. Where'd it go? Where's my chat? All right, there we go. There we go. You follow me and have a webcam? Webcam does not... You don't need to have a webcam. Yeah, I really like Rax. Apparently, people say he's toxic when he streams, but, you know, I only see his YouTube videos, and I think they're great for the most part. I hope the supporter packs are awesome. So am I, dude. I hope they're great. What's the third? Oh, wait, I already did this. Okay. Christmas. Okay, I lied. I can't do Christmas. Don't tell him that. He has to go from one of those dates. I do Christmas with my family on Christmas. I'm not going to stream on Christmas. Bub is I didn't send a video because I figured you'd get flooded. I had one video and it was from Omega Cybers. I would have included like 5 to 10 community member videos, but I only got one. One. You ever want to hear about disc golf for hours upon hours? Derptorious. I'm so bad at disc golf, dude, but it's fun. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Cute Dog might get me canceled. Bro. How's he going to get me canceled? Cute Dog, from what I've now learned, is a massive memer. I got triggered by him before. I no longer get triggered. I legit got triggered by him. When PoE 2 came out, oh my god, I had to grow a thicker skin. Ugh. You can tell that I'm not a creature of the internet because I had the thinnest skin a year ago. Oh my gosh, guys. I can't rant about it enough because I could go back and I could tell myself, stop being such a little. Oh. All right. What's going on? Speaking of Critical Role, Dispatch is a great way to spend a weekend. Ooh. Have you voted for PoE 2 on Steam Game of the Year? How can it be Steam Game of the Year? It's not out yet. Hey, Spike5544, thank you so much for the sub, bro. And the follow. Welcome, bro. Try, you missed the fun of Loitus last night rant? No, I'm not reading Druid rants on the Discord. He isn't toxic at all. He's cool. Rax is cool. He trolls haters and they take him serious. Decided to be here for the background music. It is a good Claire Obscure mix, man. I just like watching Rax because he's so negative about himself on stream. It's constantly, I'm so bad at this. He's self-deprecating. That's why when I glazed him, you know, he couldn't take it. He couldn't handle the glaze, but he's great. 100% we're not getting the Druid class. The last Druid is a deep lore patch to explain how the class dies out. With the death of the last NPC Druid at the Tentacles of the Beast, Templar incoming though. It would be a crazy pull if the Templar also came out, but I think it's just Druid, guys. My game of the year is Expedition 33. By far. Expedition 33 is game of the year. Sorry, PoE 2. Even if PoE 2 came out this year, I probably would vote for Expedition 33. Because I had such an emotional experience playing that game. It was such a tight game. It was one experience that I'll never experience again. My brother is currently playing through it. Spoilers briefly, not deep spoilers. 3, 2, 1. He just beat the second Axon, Styrene, and he's entering the Monolith. And listening to him talk about it, I'm like, dude, you're me. You're me in May of this year. Just, I wish I could be back in your shoes. What an experience. I would equate it, I think it's even better because I got to do it myself, but I'd equate it to being a Marvel fan, opening night Infinity War, knowing no leaks. I didn't read the comics. I've just watched all these movies building up to this moment and going and seeing Infinity War and having that opening scene with Thanos killing Loki and just, whoa. Just, it was like an elevated gaming experience. And I know that I rave about Claire Obscura whenever we talk about it. But guys, imagine me just sitting here bawling this very seat, late at night, bawling my eyes out, playing through this game, getting my butt kicked because I have no skill. I can't parry anything. I can't even dodge stuff. Getting my butt kicked over and over, slogging my way through, finally overcoming everything, and just the story beats. Oh, excellent stuff. Okay, okay. Early access doesn't count. Vote for it once it reaches 1.0. Vote for Expedition 33 this year. Yeah. Q-Dog is funny. You should see him in Arc Raiders. He says friendly and shoots that. That's not cool. What the heck, man? Nah. He needs to ditch the hoodie. He's probably bald and scared to show his hair. No, I think he's ditched the hoodie before. This patch is incredible. It's about 10-hour experience, but an S-tier anime game hybrid. You would definitely enjoy it. Okay, you know, I hear a lot of people giving praise to that game. Not on the level of Claire Obscure, but I'm more open to trying new gaming experiences now. Why do they call him Talkative Try? Shinji gets grounded. You've left this comment on every single one of my recent videos. I don't know why they call him Talkative Try, but please keep engaging with the algorithm, leaving comments on my streams, my videos. I appreciate it, Shinji. Thank you. Illfed, thank you for the sub as well. Lots of subs tonight. Wow, you guys are being... Thank you. A lot of first-time viewers, I presume. Thank you so much. Infinity War spoilers. Yes. Yes, indeed. Oops. Siren was my favorite. Music and atmosphere just amazing. Just watching her dance the entire lead up to her. Oh, beautiful moment. E33 is much more than just a game. Yep. I know, he kills Loki. I spoiled the beginning of Infinity War. Yeah, we got a lot of chatters, guys. This is good. This is good. You guys are great. I don't even know how many people are in here right now. Watching endless yapping about nothing. I don't even know. Do I look at numbers? Let's not look at numbers. You know what? I'm not going to look at numbers. I'm just going to leave it. Don't tell me. Don't tell me, chat. I don't want to know how many people. I want to stay... We're 51 minutes in. We haven't even done what I wanted to do. I kept yapping. And... Okay. All right, everybody. Have I invited Connor? I believe I did. Did I send him the invite yet? Let me see. I think I sent Connor a DM. Let me see. I'm a double checking right now. Did I send it to him? I just cannot show my Discord. Discord! Where is Connor? Nope, it's in drafts. Here we go. Him and Cute can compete for the same spot. Let's see. Chat. Let's take it. Here we go. Let's see if any of these work for Connor. Alright. There we go. Also, Jan, if it works better. Hopefully he doesn't hate the patch. Although, honestly, if he hates the patch, might be great. I might hate the patch. What if I hate the patch? Guys, what if I hate the Druid? What if the Druid's bad? I actually only care about vibes, so as long as the Druid feels good to play, I couldn't give a crap if it doesn't delete Arbiter. And I say that, but I've never deleted Arbiter. My Uber Arbiter fight this league on my Hollow Technique Monk was 3.5 minutes. That's right. 3.5 minutes. Yeah. I'm like that. You know how many balls I had to do? Oh, geez, so many balls. Okay. There's 15 of you. You guys are so talkative. No, Quinn. I have invited Quinn publicly. I have tried to reach out to him. Quinn does not respond. I reached out to Co-Carnage. See if he'll respond. I sent him an email. That's how I got in contact with Crip. I sent Crip an email. Crip responded very fast. Crip responded within a day, which is crazy. So I'm going to try to get Ko on the pod because he plays every league and he has played since the beta. So it'd be really cool to get his take as someone who plays a lot of different games. No Asmongold? I already talked to Asmongold. Yeah, Quinn he liked my post too, where I was like, hey, Quinn, you want to talk? So maybe one day, maybe if I ever see him in person, you know, I'll just approach Quinn. Doesn't he do like the live streaming in person? Like if there's another LA event or something like that. Maybe I could just go up and be like, yo, Quinn, man, want to do an episode live right here, right now? Or you just want to talk to me? But yeah. 'Cause, 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 I have not actually talked to Datmots. You know what? I've never reached out to Datmots before. I bet him and I would get along well. I've read a lot of his Twitter posts, and they're pretty thoughtful. He's a hardcore SSF player, right? Yeah, he's really good. He's like a dad, too. I should freaking talk to Datmots. I should reach out to Datmots. Thank you. Check out Mighty Mouth DFT, good streamer. Okay. You really want to try hard? See what I did there? No, Quinn has read my messages under PoverP. I just don't think he wants to come on my podcast. Eventually. He watches my interviews with freaking Jonathan. Come on, man. Come on, Quinn, you coward. Get on my pod, Quinn. Ooh. I've had Pox on my podcast before. That was an awesome one. That was a really good podcast. I asked him about the history of Righteous Fire, thinking it would be short. Oh, dude talked for 25 minutes about the history of RF. It was crazy. He told me about Berserker RF builds. Woo. Okay. All right, you guys. We have a super cool idea from Reddit that I want to talk about for Path of Exile 2's endgame. All right. Have I talked with Angormus? I have not talked with Angormus. We were going to do a pod before the first races. I had to cancel. We have not been able to reschedule. He's up for it, though. I just was a butt, and I had to cancel the day before or something. I think it was the day before. Because of my dumb life. I think you get demonetized if you invite Quinn. Ah. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. There is a cool post on the subreddit called Endgame, an illustrated suggestion / few things I'd like. Let's take a look, you guys. Take a look. Okay, you guys can't see that part of it. Can I like open it in a new tab? Open image in a new tab. Okay. All right, so here's the idea, you guys. This is from someone on Reddit. All right, so roast them, empower them, tell me I'm dumb for liking it. I think it's cool. All right, so here we go. Map style. Rather than the 2.5D realistic view we currently have, the world map should be drawn in similar styles as the Axe. It'd feature chains of waystone slots for uninterrupted mapping, thanks to portals opening up on map completion. Okay, basic to start. See, that's what it looks like right here, the chains. You know what it reminds me of? Aegon memories. Okay, all right, let's go to the other side now, over here. All right, here. Game loop. Completed chains give points for the Atlas tree. You can refresh the whole map to discover new chains, giving up on uncompleted chains. The epilogue tab would allow to block some mechanics, while additional tabs, top of map, allow focus on other mechanics. So imagine that idea I was talking about earlier with like the sacred forest. That would be one of the things. You could like click on the sacred forest and it would have a whole bunch of maps almost solely dedicated to that being the primary mechanic. I think that's kind of sick. Okay, that's the game loop. Okay, customization. Here, I guess I don't have to zoom in anymore. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. It's not letting me zoom in. Oh, I'm silly. There we go. Okay, customization. Tablets, etc. will be placed at the start of a chain and affect it in its entirety, so not as much micromanaging, right? Crafts found on waystones would affect their own instance and could stack to subsequent instances, building up density, difficulty, and rewards. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. Okay. And then we have pathways. The end here. Okay. And there's the refresh button he was talking about. Paths would come in various lengths, with higher levels unlocking longer chains, building larger effect stacks. Some chains within the epilogue tab may feature a mechanic more prominently, corrupted, uniques, abyss, etc. And then you could find citadels at the end of chains in this idea, you guys. You know, you could find the arbiter, all that. I think it's a kind of a cool idea. It's different from the current endgame. And here's the big thing, you guys. I've had Crip on the podcast. Here's the thing. I think this might be too linear. But I think that the aimlessness of the current atlas is too much. I do not like meandering across. Here, why don't we just open up the game, guys? I'm just gonna... Let's just show you, okay? Hopefully I don't crash. That'd be bad. Let's see. We're popping in. Okay? Into Path of Exile 2 we go. Oh, by the way, look how sick the armor set looks, you guys. This is the armor set I earned in PoE 1 from the challenges. You can also have it without the effects on. I currently have the effects on. They're actually pretty minimal. I think it's pretty sweet. So, yeah, pretty lit. Okay, so let's just go on the warrior for a moment. Okay. All right. Oh, can I not? I won't be able to view the atlas from here, will I? I won't. I'm silly. I need to go on an endgame character. We could even just do standard, honestly. Okay. Okay. This right here, guys, even with pins, guys, needing to look, this isn't freedom of choice, in my opinion. This is just, it's too much. There's like too many options. It's too clogged. You feel aimless. I like something tighter like this, but this is too tight. I need something that's in the middle. And no, not PoE 1. That's not what I'm saying. You could have something like this, but you don't need to have, 5 different options, okay? You could have a map that you're exploring like this, but, 1 or 2 options, right? And you're following this path, you're unfogging it, so you don't know what's coming, and you have split off roads. Maybe you have, usually it's, okay, where's the start, right? Let's go to the start. God, I don't even know how to do this. There we go. It's been so long. Go to start. Okay, here we have 5 different places we can go off. I know we don't actually. We have 3. No, yeah, we have 3 different places we can split off from the core, right? Okay, that's an anomaly. Okay, we split off from the core, and then we just have like one path, pretty much. How about that? And then we get to another crossroads, and we have a split, but we're unfogging all this stuff, finding this cool citadel here, maybe a tower in this direction, right? Endgame maps over here, right? This is too much. All these paths, I think, is too much. I get what they were trying to do. Lots of freedom, lots of choice. I don't feel that way when I play, though. It just feels messy. It feels like there's too much clutter. PoE 1 players will get that reference. And something more streamlined, but not as simple as this, I think I would prefer. And they don't need to do the PoE 1 route where it's a static atlas, right? They can do something exploration focused. But this is wild, guys. Even with the pins. I know that there are pins. It's too much. I am so keen to see what they do with this. I'm so keen to see if they have identified this problem, because I feel like when I talked to Jonathan, not last, but the time before during Dawn of the Hunt, they had identified it, but they didn't have enough time to reinvent the Atlas. So. Okay, let's see what people think. I prefer the Pokemon collection system maps from PoE 1 over this idea. Right, you would need to cook it, I really like PoE 1's Atlas. Aimlessness is my problem. Jason DM, I agree. There's a HTSSF streamer I watch called Mr. Matchy. He's from the Netherlands. It's a small streamer that streams only PoE 2 full-time. Would be a cool guest. I'll check him out. Mr. Matchy, okay. The nav sucks. Yes. Yes. I wish it liked the current map, but after each map you finish, you get the roguelite choice of how you want to buff the next map. And depending on the choice, it routes to different places. That's a cool idea, Ryzen. Minus XP you don't like. I think there are too many punishments. I'm actually a little masochistic. I like that you get that sort of punishment, right? I like that you do have something bad happens when you die, okay? The problem is too many bad things happen when you die right now in PoE 2, especially because you only have the one portal on big juiced maps, yeah? So maybe, I think some of those punishments should be eliminated. You don't need 10% XP. You don't not need to be able to use tablets on your next map. You don't need to lose the powerful boss icon, right? You don't need all those stacking negative attributes. You can have some punishment, but not all that punishment, you know? Oh, one thing that might be controversial. Citadels, make them multi-try. Just come on, just make them multi-try. Maybe the first time you run the Citadel, you have like a greater chance to get multiple fragments or something. But don't take away, like, don't one chance Citadel. Come on, come on. I don't like it. Remove it, GGG. Change it, please. A lot of people do not like the XP loss. Not that we are truly competing with the top 1% or anything. We are not. I am not. But it is definitely an interesting choice that everyone's Atlas is different and not an equal opportunity. I kind of like how in PoE 1, everyone has to complete the same set of maps as part of the initial league launch race to Atlas completion. The RNG doesn't give us the same awesome benchmarks when comparing progress with our friends. Static Atlas has its pros and cons. It does. It does. And I do respect that they're trying something different here. I like the PoE 1 system better. I've played now PoE 1, 1 full league, 3 full PoE 2 leagues. I like the PoE 1 Atlas better, but I see it has its merits, and I want them to do something new. I don't want copy-paste PoE 1. I think this is one area where they should experiment, fail, and fail fast, and make something new. I hope they've failed fast, and they're making something new and improving it for 0.4. I suspect 0.4 will have something more iterative rather than a big overhaul. Man, I hope you're wrong, but maybe it was too much. All they need to do is zoom in. Like this? I mean, I agree. Like, this is terrible, but you need to do that because of how much vision they give you. Like, are you saying, like, if the view was constantly like this? If you didn't know it was ahead, but then still, that doesn't work because then you're moving all the way across your screen to these other parts and it's slower because you're zoomed in, right? I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but I wonder if armor will finally get addressed. Is that not addressed? I feel like lots of people say armor is in a much better spot. Should make XP Souls-like, so you got to go back and pick it up. Holy crap. The last time I tried a Citadel, my power went out and it failed. No way, Suna. Holy crap. Oh, is there... That's terrible. That's so bad. Is there any chance they add PvP next patch? No chance. Here's a cool idea that I think would be... I would love this. Imagine a Helldivers style community goal mechanic in the next PoE 2 league. Where we get different rewards or unlock new stuff if we kill 50 billion monsters. I think that'd be kind of sick, okay? I know people might be like, I don't know, that's dumb. But imagine if we unlocked like a different area on our Atlas once the community achieved that goal. Oh, I might lose it. That'd be pretty cool. It is pretty. Hi, Tensa. I want XP for gems instead of just drops. Did you just watch the Gazi video about that? Try prediction of Monk getting martial artist. I actually think it's quite likely. Just because hollow palm technique exists doesn't mean we can't get a martial artist ascendancy that's focused on unarmed skills and maybe physical damage, right? I think martial artist is still possible. Sounds like an MMO mechanic. Do MMOs have those sort of mechanics? I played Guild Wars 2 and they never had anything like that. Guild Wars 2, DDO. I haven't heard of anything like that in World of Warcraft. Jerk Dinklewood! Thanks for the 4 months of subbing, man. Appreciate it. WoW had a lot of them. I know nothing. I know nothing. Of course. Typical me. Typical me, not knowing anything at all. Okay. Armor does seem better. I tried a Titan last league and had trouble. This league, third tune is a Witch Hunter and armor is doing better. Okay, okay. Community goals. Not a bad idea, but games have done them to death. I think of Helldivers 2 when I think of community goals. Those seem cool in Helldivers too. Okay. Interesting. Oh no. Go back to bed, sweetie. Go back to bed. Yeah, let's see if she calms down. What is your favorite class at the moment? Monk. I have tried many other classes. Monk, I've gotten through to the Arbiter twice now in 0-1 and 0-3. Monk is my favorite. Am I more of an OTP player? What is OTP? I don't know what OTP means. Druid hype, do you think Summon Wolves will be a skill, spirit, or ascendancy skill? Definitely a skill. Definitely a skill with spirit. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a minion. Yep. I am a one-trick pony. Do we talk about 0.2? What do you mean? What about 0.2? I've been having so much fun with Earthshatter in PoE 1. I've never really been melee. I think we'll try in 0.4. Well, PoE 2 melee is very different compared to PoE 1 melee. I will tell you that. I also tried slams for the first time in PoE 1. Loved it. No, I haven't, Suna. No, I basically deleted all of them. And it made me really upset, Suna. The balance felt off. Or my build was busted. I didn't think my build was that busted. So I deleted almost all the Act 4 bosses. I think the only ones I didn't delete were the Hand of Lumerius, that guy. I can't remember his name. I think I didn't instantly delete. I had to figure out the mechanics there. That was super cool. And I think Shark Boy, because he burrowed. Those were cool. My monk was it did seem busted, but I didn't even feel like I was doing anything that crazy with it. So yeah, I was busted. I haven't fought any of them, no, without destroying them. Because I twinked my gear for subsequent tunes. So I was really strong on my others. So I can't wait for this full experience with the next launch on Druid. Hopefully, right? Because we're getting Druid. Where we're going from campaign to the new end game as well with the bosses. Because I don't think the bosses will get that changed. Oh, Chilled Ground was so bad, man. It's so bad. Chilled Ground, Temporal Chains. You're dodging the Temporal Chains into the Chilled Ground. Then you have the Abyssal Ground modifier. Ooh. No. Probably an outlier opinion here, but I thought the difficulty of 0.2 was fun. I loved it too. The campaign felt way easier in 0.4. 0.3, I'm sorry. I was having a blast in 0.2 while everybody was breaking down, and my build was trash. I infamously had a 17-minute Jamanra kill on my Huntress, and then I swapped to Lightning Spear in Act 3 and dominated everything. But I've really enjoyed that level of difficulty. My Geonor fight was actually tense as all heck. And I know I could just play hardcore solo self-found to get that experience back, but I don't think I have time for that. And time or the patience. I think I'd get too frustrated if I died. I think she went back to bed. My natural inclination is Ranger. So even if they nerf Deadeye hard, Pathfinder is still very fun without the Vine Acid Conch bug. I think I'd love to try flasks or concoctions Pathfinder. Neverborn Lucky, that sounds a lot like Delve. Who all got their two Wolves Howling at the Moon shirts for 0.4? I don't have one. I need to get one. I want a passive skill rework, Atlas tree rework, and at least one new mechanic farm in maps. Not expecting a big Atlas navigation rework in 0.4. Yeah, you might be right. You guys might be bang on point. It might be too much to do a complete revamp of the entire Atlas map. So, book Natalie getting. I hope they don't nerf map bosses. Oh yeah, I think mobs are good, but bosses need a buff. Campaign bosses specifically felt really weak in 0.3. To me. Maybe I chilled them too much. 0.4 is supposed to be an endgame revamp, though. It is, but they might just touch the Atlas tree. They might, you know, create a better pinnacle boss system where it's more deterministic as opposed to randomly finding the citadels, stuff like that. They might not revamp the Atlas map navigation. I like the Infinite Atlas, but the main Atlas tree needs a lot of true work, yeah. The support gem buff made the campaign easier. Maybe they didn't anticipate it having... They didn't anticipate players being as powerful as they ended up being, yeah. GGG normally does huge updates in December. I think it's going to be pretty girthy, but I don't want to get myself too excited. I'm happy the Druid's coming. And I think we're going to get a few Ascendancies. I think we're going to get Endgame and a new League mechanic. It'll be really fun. I'm going to have a lot of fun. I don't go through the content super fast, right? I'm pretty chill, you know? I go very slowly. I take my time, and I have a great time. So I'm going to be satisfied. So... Other people, who knows? If it's not a huge endgame revamp, they might be pissed. GGD gonna be Santa and Surprise Assault Hulk, dude. A lot of people think another class is coming. I don't think so. What do you think of my idea? Get rid of Wadestone tiers and put them on the Atlas itself. When you get to endgame, your Atlas starts at level 1 and levels up when you beat a 6-mod map. It will remove the need to hold all these different tiered Waystones. There's already too many items to sort through, especially for new players. So the only con of that is that you wouldn't be able to... Unless you could select which tier your Atlas was, you wouldn't be able to go back to lower tier Waystones and try different sorts of farming strategies and stuff like that. It does sound like an interesting idea. You would just need to like be able to de-level your Atlas. People always think there's another class. I know, Suna, but people like... I'm trying to bring people's expectations down. Darn GGG. Always... most of the time, you know, overblowing people, not overblowing. Wow, I can't think of the word. They release updates that are above expectations a lot of the time. Overhyping. Yes, hopium is too strong. Have you invited Xparma X to the pod? I have before S White Florida. It didn't work out in 0.3, hopefully in 0.4. Hopefully in 0.4. He's pretty cool. He did some awesome crafting videos. For regular players. Wyvern form would be cool. I think Chimera form would be cool. Just give me my shadow. See, everybody wants the shadow. Everybody wants the Templar. We're getting the Druid. Let's come on. We wanna take a look at Druid. Want to take? Last of the Druids is just the first part of the title. Well, there's going to be Last of the Druids, and then there's going to be the League. Just like last update was the Third Edict, and then the patch was called... What was it called, guys? Shoot. It was called The Rise of the Abyssals. So no, the patch was called the Third Edict, and the League was called The Rise of the Abyssals. So yeah, we're waiting on another name. Okay, guys. Let's see this. Just to hype ourselves up, you know? Right, guys? Right, guys?
For those who walk alone, the night bites colder. But there are those who bite back.
Oh, guys. Guys.
But there are those.
Look how fast this transform is. That's sick. Also, the bagpipes, pretty hype. Wowee, guys. Wow. Pretty awesome. The pterodactyl-shaped moon. Why are people on about this pterodactyl-shaped moon? What, this is a wing? This is the pterodactyl. Oh my god. This is the horn, the beak, the head, the neck, the wing. Oh my goodness. The moon in Pee-wee just looks like that. The moon just has a pterodactyl on it. Okay, so you guys were playing the long game. That's what people are saying.
Night.
Also, the Last of the Druids is crazy. What a crazy title. I just, thank you, GGG, for confirming the Druid is in it, because I could, if it wasn't called Last of the Druids, I don't think I would say confirmed Druid. Also, the free weekend is pretty sick, right? I bet they're going to do another event where if you beat Act 1, you get some cool cosmetics. Or maybe they'll be like, this time, you got to kill Jamonra to get the cosmetics. Also, if you go to pathofexile2.com/free weekend, guys, there's also a piece of art of the Druid, the official Druid art. Guys, look how awesome it is. Look at this. Oh my goodness. He is sick. This is incredible. Look at this character design. This character design, I mean, all right. One moment. Let me. You guys are gonna love this. You guys are gonna love this. All right. No shade. No shade. I'm not gonna shade. Some of you might know what's about to happen. Not me that's doing this. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. I didn't do this. It wasn't me. All right. It's not my fault. You guys ready? You guys ready for what's about to happen? All right. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I gotta hide myself. Who predicted it, huh? Who predicted it? Yeah, that's right. I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying. One is not like the other. Okay? It just to look for yourself. Okay? All right? No, we're not saying anything. We're just comparing, okay? We're just comparing. That's it. Nah, bro. Nah, I'm not hearing one is more New Zealand, one is more Celtic. Nah, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. No, we don't even need to talk about bodies, guys. I'm just saying the vibes. The vibes for one. We'll see. We'll see. Should I bring out my Path of Exile 2 clears Diablo 4 even before early access launch videos? Should I do it? Should I bring it out of retirement, dudes? I haven't made a D4V PoE 2 video for over a year and a half. I just stopped. I felt like I didn't need to do it anymore. I didn't need to farm React content. Maybe people are looking for it now. What is this? Can I open this link? I'm gonna open it. The Harbinger. Yeah, this is the Shaman concept art. That's what it's actually called. It's called the Shaman. Or it was called the Shaman a year ago for the Druid. An Ascendancy class, probably. Maybe it's the Harbinger. Nobody cares about D4. Did you guys hear, guys, what's going to happen? Diablo 4's new season launches 3 days before PoE 2 0.4. You can like both. No. I'm over it. No, hey. There's nothing wrong with liking Diablo 4. There isn't. You can enjoy it. 100%. People, guys, no hate. No hate. All right? I just liked comparing the boss fights. I think that was the most apt comparison. I really like doing that. I know lots of people enjoy Diablo 4. People like Last Epoch. People like all sorts of different games. People like Elden Ring. I can't stand Elden Ring. Oh, I just Elden Ring. I'm not even baiting. I don't like that game. I can't do it. That's not bait. Don't hate me, guys, but I just can't do Elden Ring. There's a lot of YouTubers that are mad at GGG. Always drop their game right after all the other ARPGs drop. What? Why are they mad? They didn't PoE 2 announce before Diablo 4? PoE 2 every 4 months, guys. They are very specific with their cycle. L take. I just can't get into it, guys. I've never been into Souls-likes. Always play what speaks to you. Right. Like not Elden Ring. Claire Obscure. I had no interest in it. Right? And then lots of people said play it. I was like, all right, I'll give it a go. But if I don't like it, I'm popping out. It got me. It spoke to me. I played about 2 hours of Elden Ring. Did not speak to me at any point within those 2 hours. Okay, maybe I played 3 hours. Did not speak to me. I give games a fair shot. No one cares about the others, and Tencent owns LE also. Tencent does not own LE. I do not think that is true. LE was bought out by Krafton. There's been a lot of... Don't unsub because I don't like Elden Ring. You're not allowed to do that. You can't do it. There's been a lot of Last Epoch drama. I feel horrible for the guys. I've not actually talked about it on the channel. Let's chat about this for just a brief moment, guys. I don't think people understood the position Last Epoch were in. Okay? I actually talked to Judd about this because I saw all the hate coming their way and I was like, man, I do not envy you. Guys, here were their choices. Okay? Sell LE to Krafton. Sell LE to a worse publisher than Krafton. Stop working on LE and work on other games as a studio. Stop work on LE. Use the money they make from working on other people's games to fund LE eventually. And 4, go bankrupt and close the studio. Buy LE. Like bye-bye. Not buy with money. Bye-bye. Farewell. You're gone. You're dead. It's over. It was an experiment and it failed. They weren't profitable. They're not profitable. I have no idea how Krafton bought them for like $96 million. That is insanity. They must think... I almost feel like it was like Judd killed it, selling it to Krafton's CEO or somebody at the company, and was basically like, look at Path of Exile. Look how successful Grinding Your Games has become as a company with PoE 1 and PoE 2. We can do Last Epoch 1, Last Epoch 2. Look at Diablo 4, fastest PC selling game of all time. Look at that. I feel like he gave a really good sales pitch and basically pitched Last Epoch as the next great big ARPG. Will they get there? I don't know. Krafton bought it. 96 mil. But, whew. Crazy. What do I think of No Rest for the Wicked? I did not like No Rest for the Wicked. Did not resonate with me. I couldn't do it. I couldn't. I played it for about an hour and a half. Did not like the combat, the camera, the like jumping mechanics. Did not like that game. Yep. Thank you, Mr. Shishu, for the 2 months, dude. Krafton is one of the worst. I wonder who was worse than Krafton that he didn't want to sell to. Oh. What if you play D4 bosses and then PoE 2 bosses, GG design them in a similar way? Build up ailment or stun and DPS them down, just saying. How could you? Yeah, but they look cooler. Freeze too strong. Nerf freeze, nerf stun. Like I said, I'm a vibes gamer for the most part. I just don't like how janky some of the animations in Diablo 4 look for the monsters. Comparatively, like PoE 2 is so much smoother. The same is true in Last Epoch, like with Diablo 4. A lot of the boss animations are so janky. Same with PoE 1. Like monster animations, for the most part, are kind of janky for older monsters. I don't like that. Hey, Try, do you think an avian form? Yes, that's my prediction is likely for Druid. Yep, that's my prediction is a vulture form. Yep. My friend would like an owl. Charles. I mean, let's be honest, when Tencent bought GGG forever ago, people got scared. Did they? I was not around. I was not around. Were people terrified when Tencent bought GGG? I remember when I found your channel a few years back and it was just us posting on D4. I was like, who is this guy? Dude, one hit wonder. It was because, I don't know. I was capitalizing on the hype for Diablo 4, but the even greater hype of PoE 2. And I was farming Asmon gold reactions. Asmon's reacted to like 7 of my videos. He stopped because he doesn't really play PoE 2 anymore. But every time I made I put a lot of effort into those. Like I actually scripted out things. I made legit video essays with, I think, valid points. And they would just jump in the algorithm. And when you have a channel of like, when you go from 300 subs to 5,000 and you're climbing with those, anything to get you going, you know? And that's what I did back then. Obviously, I've moved on from that. So that was just how I started. It's like in the very beginning of my channel, I just did lore. So obviously you need to make a PoE iceberg. Oh my God. Yeah, Asmon reacted to a lot of them. Yeah. Snake form. That'd be pretty sick. That was way back when you were a brand new dad, right? Yes, I was. I started making videos when my daughter was like 8 months old or something. 2020. She was born in August 2022. No, March 2022. Wow. And my first video popped off in May 2023. I was still at 300 subs in May 2023. Little tiny try. I'm going to save the inspirational speech for next week, okay, guys? But I just want to say to all you guys watching, I saw a couple of you today say, oh, I should be a content creator. I wrote a Twitter post about this last week. Just do it, okay? If you want to make something and you feel like you have something worth saying and you scratch an itch and you think you might be entertaining or whatever, just do it. There is nothing to lose and everything to gain. Guys, I wanted to be a game developer when I was young. Okay, when I was 12 years old, I was convinced I was going to move to Seattle and be a game designer. That dream obviously died. It crashed and burned. I got a computer science degree and I suck at coding. And it looks like it's going to be taken over by AI anyway. Who knows? That's the cynical approach, right? Or at least a lot of it will be steamrolled by AI and people will just, less people will be coding, whatever. But my dream was to be a game designer. And then my next, the next thing was like talking to the people who made games. And I somehow got to do that with like my favorite company. Long before I made videos, I started playing PoE in 2019. I just played the game for like 4 years before I made a video on it. And I only made a video because I was like, no one's talking about the lore. We have this awesome girl, Kitten Cat Noodle. She's the only one talking about the lore. I'm going to make like a summary, like a super quick summary series as opposed to her in-depth, crazy awesome videos, right? I just did that. And then I also was like, oh, nobody's talking about PoE 2. Wow, why hasn't GGG said anything about PoE 2? Let's write an essay on it. And I did that and it blew up. And it has led to the opportunity to like talk with Jonathan, to talk with other developers at Grinding Gear Games, to like go and do all these super cool things, to provide for my family a little bit more on top of my actual job. It's crazy how it's just cascaded over the past. It's only been 2.5 years, guys. That's crazy. And I know I'm not like the blow up story or whatever. I didn't go from like 500 to 5 million subs in 2 years, but 0 to 57,500 or something. Like, and just having these experiences, like, oof, awesome. So awesome. The experiences are the number one thing, in my opinion. The experiences are just indescribable. Imagine how popular you could have been if you microwaved the steak. So true, dude. So true. How do you think shapeshifting will work? Do you think you remain in the form until using a skill that would change you back? I hope so. Yeah. I want to remain in bear form forever. I want to be a bear. Rip learn to code meme. Unironically, dude. How crazy is that? Her videos are good. She just released a new one, by the way. Shout out to Kitten Cat Noodle. She just released a breakdown of Act 4. Good video. As an InfoSec person, AI is more grief than helpful at the moment for most enterprises. I just know lots of people have been laid off due to AI, and I know my company is trying to use as much AI as possible. We're not looking to lay anybody off yet, but I understand the ongoing. I'm currently training an AI agent of myself at my job. I have no misconceptions about the goal of the AI agent that I'm walking through. Okay, in this scenario, that scenario, here's what I do. This is what I would do. This is the data I look at. This is the look back window. I have no misconceptions about the goal of the AI agent. I can't train it wrong, guys. I can't sabotage my job though. I felt like that though. I was like, as I was on the call, talking to this AI firm, I'm like, is this good for me? Is this good for like my security? I feel I'm in danger, the meme. Oh. Yeah. Yup. Suna, yep, that's me. That's me. That's why I feel like this is almost more secure, because I don't think humans will want to see, and I might be totally wrong. Who wants to seek entertainment or opinions from something that just tries to predict what you want to hear next? I mean, some streamers do that, okay? Some creators do that. But isn't that all LMs are? They're just predicting what is most logical to go next, or what you want to hear. Whatever they're trained to do next, there's just one word at a time, right? There's no real thinking yet. Could be, but it's not yet. Black Flame Wyvern sounds lit. You're so cooked. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. I started using AI as a multiplier at work. I use some of it as well. I outpaced the boomers like 20-fold, but to be fair, I showed them Control-C and Control-V, and it's like giving Caveman a gun. Oh my gosh, no way, bro. Don't tell me these guys are working in Excel docs and they don't know Control-C, Control-V. Oh no. Did you teach them pasting with plain formatting too? So they don't have to go and find clear formatting on the drop-down menu? That's like adding, I don't know, like a scope to their rifle. Talkative, try AI. Hey, one of my friends made that joke a long time ago. Long time ago. In a great video, by the way. Okay. All right. Imagine teaching boomers how to split screen. Oh my gosh. I do not know what the vending machine item in Japan is. Not sure. I would also like to make an announcement here, guys, right now on the stream. I thought GGG would drop a teaser. Doesn't look like they're dropping a teaser. Come on, Grinding Gear Games. Come on. I'd like to make an announcement. So, some of you may know. I recently started going to church. Ooh. Whoa. Oh, here's the other controversial thing I wanted to talk about. Now, I've been agnostic for a long time. I love that we're going to talk about this. This relates to the Templar guys, okay? Trust me, it all relates to the Templar in the end. Been agnostic for the longest time. Never went to church when I was a kid. I started going to Catholic church with my wife when we were dating, sporadically. We got married in the Catholic church. I never converted or anything. I never was like a believer, anything like that. And then some of you might remember my Catholic church disaster that happened last year, where I had my second daughter baptized and the father smited me basically for an hour in front of my whole family. It was horrible. Never went back to that church again. Okay? Never went back. stopped going to the Catholic Church, do not feel welcome, don't want to go there, everything. About a month ago, we started going to this local Christian church. And it's so nice. It's so welcoming. It's such a great community. Every week they analyze a different chapter of the New Testament. And the messages have been so powerful, guys. So powerful. And last week I told my wife, holy crap, I feel like I actually felt something for the first time. I think I'm literally like a believer now. And some of you guys might laugh at that. I'm not crazy, guys. As we were going over this passage, they're going over Romans right now. And I don't know. It's crazy feeling, you guys. And I told her I want to get baptized now. So I'm not baptized. Oh my gosh. But I legit felt something. I started praying with my daughter, so great. Anyway, besides the point, last week was Romans 14. And there were two primary messages that, are taken from this chapter of the New Testament. The first is unity despite diversity, which I've never heard that phrase before. What a freaking awesome phrase, right? I feel like that exhibits my channel, what I try to do with like my podcasts, where I have on all these dissenting voices, these people who don't get along with each other, that don't agree, and I try to unite them as well as possible. I literally try to do that. Awesome message. Love that message. And we're getting to my content stuff, how it wraps in. The other was, people can have personal convictions that aren't sins, right? If, for example, like, I don't eat this type of food, right? It's your personal conviction, but it's not a sin. But if it's your personal conviction and you break it, then it's a sin and you're sinning, okay? I know we're getting into the weeds. I've only been going to this church for a month, and now I'm already talking about scripture. Holy crap. Look at me, guys. Anyway, this relates to PoE. About a month ago, I told myself, man, all these mean commenters, these people who are saying mean things to me and calling me names, I'm going to start calling them names back. I'm going to call them idiots and fools and, nothing crazy, but stuff like that, right? And that's breaking a personal conviction I've had since like middle school, when I was like relentlessly bullied. People used to call me names. They used to say a ton of bad stuff. And I told myself, I'm not going to call other people names. I'm not going to make fun of other people. That's not me. I've felt that before. I don't want to do that to anybody else, right? Or succinctly, as someone much smarter than me has said, attack the ideas of a person, not the actual person. Don't call them names. Don't like straw man. Don't do any of that. Just attack their ideas, right? But I started doing that like a month ago. I broke a personal conviction, and that service kind of broke through to me like, oh my gosh, I actually feel like total crap for breaking this personal conviction of mine. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to call people fools and idiots. If someone makes me mad, it's okay. I don't need to call them a name. I'll just disagree with their ideas and everything. So it has changed. It has changed the way I'm going to conduct myself for the better, I feel like. So I would highly recommend giving it a go, guys. Even if you're not religious, I'm serious. It's like so nice. We go to like lunch after. It's very chill. The lore hooked me in. Guys, each chapter, like they're going through Romans. We've done Romans 12, 13. No. Romans 11, 12. No, we did Romans 10, 11. We had to miss 1 week because we were on vacation. And then 13, 14. Excellent. Just crazy. It's so good. Guys, like it's just so good. I don't know. I feel like I made a lot of conclusions based on how the Catholic Church was and how they treated me and just how they seem to treat people. Because I had never been to just like a normal church. And maybe my church is special. Like, I don't know. Maybe we just lucked out with this place that we're going to, because it's awesome. But I never wanted to be related to anything religion-wise, going to that Catholic church. Like I said, married there. My wife was baptized there. Both my daughters were baptized there. Never wanted anything to do with it. And now I'm like, hey, Natalie, let's get the New Testament and let's like read passage by passage and analyze what this message was trying to say back then and what it's saying now and everything. Oh, great. Okay, I'm gonna see if people are let's see. In before Tribe becomes a right-wing grifter. I swear to God, guys. I swear. And see, I'm taking the Lord's name in vain. I don't even know if that's bad or not. But I will not do that. Am I gonna pray your disability away? No, but I do pray. I do pray for people. I do pray for people. Religion exists because we would rather have a wrong answer than no answer. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. But diversity is our strength. Sorry, I had to. Religions are impostures. Well, that's another thing, you know. The whole thing about this, you know, that they talked about a few weeks ago that I never really thought about. I mean, none of it can really be like proven. It's all faith-based. That's why you constantly talk about faith, right? You need to have faith in it. You do have to buy in. It's suspension of disbelief. It's like when we play tabletop games or when we're playing something like Expedition 33 or even like PW2, we do have a little bit of suspension of belief, right? We immerse ourselves into this. They're kind of the same thing. I feel like, me. So all I'm saying, rant over, I feel like it has been a net positive for me and my family, and talking to other people there and hearing the message that like the pastor spreads. I get that there are negative uses and avenues of this all across the world. Fortunately, in my little community, right, I think there are probably like 150, 200 people at this church every week. Like, it is only a positive. We've gone for a month now, and every single time we leave and we're like uplifted and we're chatting about the lesson and the knowledge, it's like, I don't know. I just feel like it would benefit anyone, even if you don't believe, right? I didn't believe when I started going a month ago, and look at me now. Oh my God. So if you, and I see people like sitting there alone too. So if you have any interest, maybe try to find like a local non-denominational church that does this and just go sit in and listen and see what you think about it. I encourage you to try it. Using the Lord's name is a cuss word. Well, there you go. See? There you go. Man, you picked a wild day to sub to me. I'm just talking about the Templar, guys. Come on. This all relates to the Templar. Is it a COVID church who abuses? No. There's no masks. In fact, my two daughters go to like a little nursery, and they sing a song, they do a craft, and then they just like play with toys during the message is what they call it. So because they're so young, like, and it's like an hour-long thing. The actual like message is about an hour. Like, they go and play with all the other kids right now. Nope, they're just chilling. It's really, really cool. It's super positive. I know it feels like a cult. I know. I just had to bring it up. I wanted to bring it up on stream, but it all started because I wrote a post about how I'm not going to call people names anymore because I felt like that was a personal conviction. And I feel like that's such a great lesson to just have, like, in our community, in the PW2 community, in the gaming community. You can hold a whole bunch of moral or personal convictions, but that doesn't mean you need to hate others that disagree with your personal convictions, right? As long as, you know, people abide by, like, they called them essential laws. I think they called them biblical laws, right? But they're like the basic stuff. Don't kill people. Don't do, like, right, it's like the commandments, essentially. He didn't say that exactly, but that's kind of how I took it. Like I said, I'm a newbie here. I'm a total newbie. But I thought about that. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so right. This is so right. So many people are just at each other's throats over personal convictions that in the grand scheme of things do not matter. Like, everybody's talking about how, oh, you know, these families aren't going to get together for Thanksgiving this year because they squabble over this part of politics or blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, it's so sad. It's so sad. Okay, rant over. Wait, last time, please read The Case for Christ. You will do a video on it after, I promise. I won't do a video on it, but I will maybe read it. So, was praying for you, huge step. Holy Spirit is going to guide you into wisdom and do great things for you. Yeah, I'm legit, like, I felt like I needed to say something. So I did. I know this is a Path of Exile 2 stream. But did I buy a flail yet? I'm yapping. I know. Blaze, bro. Yep. Don't reprogram me? Okay, thank you. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Yep. Okay, let's see. Do I, guys? No new PoE2 teasers. I know. Big rip, right, guys? All right. There's no new PoE2 teasers. All right. You know, it's 9:23. We have 86 viewers on Twitch listening to me talk about how I'm Christian now. Oh my god. Oh my. Oh, I'm basically a full-time streamer, guys. There we go. I don't see the new teasers. Is it worth waiting or just being in the dark? We only know that the Druid is coming and that it's going to be the last of the Druids update. I think I might stream tomorrow too, guys. We'll have to see. I'm going to go see if my wife would like to watch the 3rd episode of the Mighty Nine. Everybody, I very much appreciate you watching this live. I'm sorry there was no gameplay. There was lots of speculation. There was lots of yapping. I think that this was a good stream. If you agree, like the live on YouTube. It really helps push the video in the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment as soon as the stream ends. It really helps out, you guys. I'm going to throw you on over on Twitch to Babbling Bike. Okay, which I thought was the last Epoch guy, but he's playing PoE 2. Well, let's go give him some support. Maybe he likes PoE 2. Giving it a go, okay? So, I'm really excited to see episode 3 of the Mighty Nine. They killed Jester and the Ruby of the Sea. Oh my goodness. Jester. Favorite character. Favorite character, guys. Anyway, thank you all so much again. Have a wonderful night. I will probably see you guys tomorrow. And if not tomorrow, Wednesday, I have a podcast with Benediction. Should be interesting. We're going to ask him about a few spicy things. All right. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later. Bye, 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 bye. Have a great one. So glad my daughter slept. Good. It's good stuff. Okay. See ya. Bye, bye.